the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good one. Happy Easter. Or as I've been calling it, Zombie Prophet Day. I don't have too much planned. It's kind of unfortunate. It is kind of unfortunate that I have everything. Is that like there's a bunch of stuff on PT right now. If you're a Wave 1 or Wave 2 tester, you're watching this. Well, also happy 420, I guess. That's also a good one. Alright, so... Sorry, Proton John. Just shared some news, and, has me slightly not concerned. Slightly like, I'm wondering how things are gonna go now. And yeah. But, sorry, that's a whole thing. Not a whole thing. It's a thing. Sorry, Star Citizen Weekly. I was gonna do Star Citizen Weekly. I recorded it. I was kind of whiny, which I don't like being. I don't know, but the thing is, I didn't have too much time to do it. And I didn't have too much time to do it, and something bugged out where the video froze for like the last half of it. So it was kind of like, yeah, I don't really have too much don't have too much to do there. That's unfortunately. But I mean, there is some stuff to get excited about. For for Star Citizen, there is a PTU stress testing, which is exciting. They've given everybody access to the Polaris, which I can only imagine. Now, the good thing, the nice thing, the fun thing about that is that it means that there's a lot of people who are going to be playing on PTU. And not on the main servers. Well, I hope I got a few hits in there. Gotta be careful. Oh my god. I'm really looking forward to the other mercenary missions. Oh my god. Okay. I need to watch Captain's Table on It was really weird. I was I was watching the VOD for the office for Astro Pub's you know, office hours thing that he does on Thursdays. I was like, oh, and he teased what the captain's table was gonna be, and I'm like, oh well, they finished stream. I may as well go check it out. And like there was no link. I had to go search it, and I was like, why is this a thing? So that was the thing. But yeah, I did have some comedically bad luck. ArcCorp apparently is very busy. Oh jeez. Because every time I went to do a bunker mission, okay. Now there's... Come on. Every time I would do a bunker mission, somebody would spawn a bounty mission above me, and the turrets were just completely ineffective. But there's a lot of, but yeah, it seems like there's a lot of changes that are happening. Oh, I gotta fix that. It seems like there's a lot of changes going on with 4.1.1, and or a lot of enough additions to definitely spice things up. And you know I mentioned before that just like new content is just typically just it's gonna be broken. It's not gonna be fun. You know, you have to take it with a grain of salt, as it were. But yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me real quick. I gotta get rid of that, which means I need to open the good old task manager. Oh, I might have been a little gung-ho on it. Oh, hang on. Okay, that was weird. Control Shift Escape. There's of course Control Alt Delete, but Control Shift Escape is the faster way to do it. Game Companion. Also a little bit terrified. I gotta record stuff. I gotta record. You know, can I? Hang on, I'm just thinking. Can I? Can I loot these ore bags? Yeah, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah. So, bounty missions were spawning constantly, and it was just non-stop running out of my ship getting bombarded from the top, and it was like, oh my god. Okay, this seems to not want to work. If I'm honest, I'm assuming that it's probably gonna be... Oh geez. A little bit... finicky. I don't... Well, I am also kind of curious. I haven't been in a mole in forever. Oh geez. Maybe I don't want to go in it, but... I remember really liking the interior. Of the mole. Oh, isn't there a ladder? How's this gonna work? I guess... Either... Nope, I just have to... go up the tube myself. Or get stuck in it. Okay, that's... I go sideways. Nope. Alright, that's fun. And yeah, so we're around Hurston because doing the ship missions would be fun to do. Would like to do those. And yeah. I guess that was the only exit or entrance they had. Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, I asked my friend to give me some pictures. For some furniture I'm making for him. And I see that he has sent me pictures. Presumably the ones I requested. Sorry. Okay, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So I don't really want to work for Hurston, but also, well, I don't know. I probably should have, like, I don't think it really makes too much sense to go, like, you know, get full-on, faction rep with ArcCorp, because just, they don't have that much mission variety. The Foxwell, ship contract things don't show up there. ArcCorp is fine, and I do kind of prefer it, but also, and you know, like, there's not any sort of thing like, oh, well, if you want to get this stuff, go to... ArcCorp, if you want to get this stuff, go to... Well, technically there is, actually, I guess, right? With the dusters and stuff. Yeah, it's a sad day. It is a sad day. But it is hopefully not a, it's not a permanent move. Not yet, anyway. That's true. But that's the thing. I'm gonna have ArcCorp and Hurston. And usually when they split things up, it's Crusader. Well, that's not really. It feels to me like it's either if there's mission exclusivity between the planets around Stanton, it's either Hurston Crusader, ArcCorp, and Microtech. And not always. But, yeah. Like, obviously, Hurston and Microtech both have the bunkers, or have the, not bunkers, the distribution centers. Yeah. If the leaks are to be believed, this Invictus is going to be around ArcCorp. So that's cool. And all I know is that, I mean, like, the leaks are leaks. Maybe I take a little bit too much stock in them. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Well, this year there is allegedly going to be the Frontier fighters are going to be stealing a Polaris, and there's going to be a whole Polaris hunt event. I should just do that better. Why do they have to park right in front of the damn entrance? Gonna be stealing Idris's. Cause there's a mission where you can steal you can pretty easily steal an Idris. Really wish there was just a little bit of splash damage with these. Crime stat rising. Listen. We're past that chapter in my mercenary career. Could you imagine? Because, like, in lore, it's supposed to be that, like, if you go to jail, you get the, like, you get your citizenship taken away. Could you imagine if it was, like... Because that's definitely gonna get retconned. There's no fucking way they would do that. Like, it's an alpha. Oh, there's bugs, and there's bugs. There's a lot of things that aren't in place that would help with that whole thing. But no, they, like... I mean, there have been relatively few times recently that I've gone to prison. just in general. And all of the times it's for something I did not mean to do. Every time I've done any, like, you know, any illegal missions, they've been completely fine. Which is now kind of funny that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, could you imagine having to go through, like, you do the citizenship thing, like a main story thing, and you have to do some, like, you know, dummied down version of it in order to get your citizenship back every time you accidentally shoot an NPC. Oh my god. You know what I'd love to see also, now I'm just thinking about it? Like, I don't know, I know that they have this sort of sensation of like, you know, not putting any like placeholders in the game. Like, we're pushing for first release or whatever. But you know, like, okay, so whatever is happening in like Castra and Terra, there's gangs there, right? Like, we know this. I don't know anything about the gangs, but they're just by the virtue of how the game plays. There's gonna be gangs. There's gonna be stuff going on. Why not, you know, why not just give them a little vacation in, why not just have them have a little vacation in Stanton and Pyro and, you know, develop the character of the gang and, give us some cool new outfits and more enemy variety. Thing avoid Loreville, because get bugs every time they go. Fair enough. Well, I'm not in Loreville. I'm just at Hurston. I love how, presumably, the autocorrect also corrected it to lore with an E. Loreville, as in, like, history, it seems like it would be kind of a cute little name for a town. Oh, especially, like, oh, maybe not, like, the first village you go to in, like, a JRPG, but it's definitely like, oh shit, we gotta learn stuff. We gotta go to Loreville. So everything's, oh jeez. Oh, don't freeze up here, what? What the fuck? I did have a moment where one of those guys ran, like, sprinted at me. Not sprinted at me, sprinted past me. At, like, full speed, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, are my guns bugging out? Oh, great. This is gonna be fun. Oh, did I drop my D54 somewhere? As a result of game being game? I guess I did. That's okay. I really do also have to admit, I am kind of preferring the coda over the salvo. I don't know why exactly. Just feels better, which is kind of, I mean, like, I can't describe exactly why I feel that way. More reliable? I don't know, because the thing is, if you use the charge shot, it's amazing. The charge shot is an amazing utility to have. It's just a matter of, you know, using it at the right time. And absolutely, just having a semi-auto magnum pistol is also pretty good. Let's see, I don't really care about dust-up armor. It's also funny, because I would assume that Castac is not more reliable, as a general rule of thumb, than Hedeby stuff. Speaking of salvo, I also saw somebody rank the R97 as, like, maybe not an S tier weapon, but like an A tier weapon, and I was like, listen, I like the idea of the R97, like, but I would not rate it as an A tier weapon, or maybe a B tier. Like, I would rate it as, I like the things, the comparisons they made as a result of that. I was like, nah, it ain't here, Chief. Let's see. I don't want to go too loot crazy, but I am going to go too loot crazy. This is how I be. Also, I don't know what happened to my C-54. It just exploded into the void, I guess. Maybe that person saying that Lorville was buggy was right. I'm trying to remember, what was Lorville standard for something? Labor something residential or residences or something, and then yeah, I think it was that. That sounds right. And then at some point, people just started calling it. It was like Lore 17 or something, and then people just started calling it Lorville. Am I gonna swap back to my coda at some point? Yep. So I don't know why it does that. Seems odd. Actually, while I'm at it, yeah, let's just take that off, put it back on. Probably some bug associated with stuff. I also bought, or no, I did not, I don't think I bought this. This is all stuff I got from ever. Just the L, the rest of the word doesn't stand for anything. Just labor camp. No, I think it does, but I don't know the history of Lorville, and I, you know, in character, I want to forget that Lorville exists. I do need to look at the actual lore, because it's like, I think it might be something about Arcorp might actually be a worse place to live than Hurston. Technically, but it's the air quality is better on Arcorp though. That I can somehow guarantee. Yeah. Probably not just bunkers, but that's the plan. Not gonna go too crazy with stuff. Oh, hello? Oh. See, Crusader is too... Listen, okay? Crusader, I mean... the company is not a security company. And in lore, they, in universe, they're like... I mean, it's a good place, I guess, if you want to work as a mercenary, but... even then, it's like, I mean, like... I would be extremely curious to see if the Ninetales, if the Siege of Orison comes back, and there's any sort of element of, like, they're going to try and shut down the platform so they just fall. And, like, the general competency of Crusader just makes me not 100% confident that something like that wouldn't happen, where a gang just rolls in and shuts off all the platforms. I could see that happening. Microtech, I mean, like, they're a corporation they're a mega corporation that is out to screw you over. They might not seem like they're trying to screw you over, but yeah. Why? Oh, why you gotta do this to me, bot? Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's a few areas that I am super curious about whenever they become available. So, like, I've mentioned that I really like the idea of the forest system, Hyperion, because Hyperion sounds like it is quite possibly the closest thing to Tatooine we will have. I think it could probably be debated, but, like, the way that they've described it, there's, like, a lot of smuggling that goes on. It's kind of on the edge of the system. It's one of those systems. Technically, it's in the UEE's, jurisdiction. Technically, but it's one of those things where it's a low sec, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's It's not a great place. It's not really a great place to live. And has my coda just disappeared? I guess my coda's just disappeared. It's not... Okay, that's fun. Okay. Yeah, I guess. That just seems really odd. Am I gonna swap? Nope. Okay. Well, hopefully I get my coda back somehow. Am I gonna... So, I guess I should mention, right, that that coda ascension was I think one that I think it was the one that I got from Wickelo. You know, it went very poorly the last time I tried to do this one damn mission. But yeah. We'll try it, but we'll try it after another one of these. Cause I think like I'm kinda close. Probably a few missions away, but you know. Okay, so there's Fora, which is like just gonna look like this time on Will Bun Piercing, a 1-star space Uber service. Fair enough. Okay, sorry. So there's Hyperion. There is Vega. Which honestly I don't know. I'm very curious because there's Aramis and Selene. And Aramis is like where the Squadron 42 demo took place. Obviously, you know, in the orbit of Aramis. And like one cutscene on the ground. Like Aramis is like the big city, and then Selene is like, well, it's described as like, oh, everybody was moving in, things were going good, and then like everybody, and then the Vandul threat sort of goes up, and then they just move out. So it's kind of like a city, but it's kind of abandoned, and the land's cheap. So Selene is I'm definitely curious about that. And then Virgil, they didn't recently update Virgil's Galactopedia, but they did mention that whichever planet, Virgil being a system that got taken over by Vandul, wherever the main planet, the main city, main population in the Virgil system was, like, that is apparently like this just wrecked ghost town that there are in fact squatters there. So like, I'm extremely curious what that looks like. And then there's Tyrol, which is the system that has a twin stars that's like about to go supernova. Hey, Bread. How's it going? And Tyrol is like, anybody who lives there is like, like, you have to accept the fact that you could just die. You could just die any day. The system could just be gone. and it's described as like the place that you go when you have no place to go. And the place, there's not really any habitable places, but the landing zone is Haven, and it is in like an ice giant that melted away, and literally if you stand out in the sun, you will burn. Like that one area in Mass Effect 2 when you had to go and get Tally's recruitment mission location, which is not the inspiration for that, but I do find it that's the first thing that I think of. Good, good. Brad, have I tried to induct you into the cult of Star Citizen? I feel like I have to at least make an attempt for everybody. But also, I don't really want to. Technically, it's a free fly. You can go, you can try the game out for free. There is bread. There is bread in Star Citizen, yes. It is usually packaged with other things, though, and it is usually in the form of a sandwich. I do have to admit. Do have to just get that out of the way, but yeah. I don't know, because I think I saw a lot of people commenting that like what CIG says the minimum specs are, like, is below what a lot of people think the minimum specs are. I'd have to look at it, but like, yeah, it is an intensive, it is kind of an intensive thing, and I would not, like, honestly, seriously ask anybody to just out of the blue be like, hey, you wanna play this thing that needs a really beefy computer when PC parts are super expensive? But, you know. Let's see. Our Lord and Savior Arceus. Yes, I have. The one biggest regret I have, maybe in life, is that when I did the Arceus fight in Legends Arceus, I didn't record my reaction because, like, at that point, I genuinely forgot that Noble Beast fights were a thing in that game, and I I just lost my shit. It was like, wait a minute, no, not this, no, please, no. And it was hilarious. It was absolute gold. And that is lost media and is not good. I'm gonna play this game that requires a 4K investment to play. That's not even the PC, that's just the ships. Oh my god. Yeah, that's fair. BC plus the ships. I mean, honestly, God, I hope so. Let's see. I feel like I do have to say that there are a few ships that have some very some very overt like allusions to Star Wars. Like the Scorpius and the Mirai, the Fury and the Guardian are both like, yeah, that's a very they're honestly they are pretty good ships. Although I don't know how people feel about the Scorpion these days. Or the Scorpius. Excuse me. Repent and play Xenoblade. Ah! I do need something to jump between Final Fantasies. Because I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy 1 this Friday, so... Oh, you know, it was really funny, because, alright, Solar, you saw the thing with the Scorpius, the Wikello Scorpius, that had, like, just twice as many... twice the power plants and twice the shield generators or something? And then they, like... And, like, it wasn't just... They said, oh, this was a bug. It's not supposed to be like this. But it's like... Like, it was animated. There was doors that popped down. There was a whole thing. You cannot tell me that this... You can't tell me that this was an accident. Like... Like, I mean, we can talk about, like, oh, should the Scorpius have twice the power plants or whatever? Is like... The Wikello Guardian has a size 1 quantum drive? Oh my god. One symbol that ties all the Xeno games together. Literally a power given to mankind from Christ himself. I do need to, I should check out those games at some point. I did check out a little bit of Xenosaga. I haven't played in a while. The thing, I mean, like, I'm sure it can't fit multiple power plants, but, like, they animated it. I saw somebody talking about the animations, or showing the animations. It's like... Ugh. Oh, but yeah, what are they... The really exciting thing for 4.1, like, I shouldn't get excited about it. I shouldn't get excited about it because it's gonna be broken as shit. But the new space combat missions, there's like ace pilots can show up and you can loot the script off of them, and then you can trade those in for favors, and then you can trade those favors in for ships. I mean, like, I can actually do mercenary stuff and actually interact with Wikello now. Is the hope, anyway. Yeah, that is true. I mean, like, there would have to be some balancing going on, and I'm sure that they did that. I'm sure that they did that, and just wanted to see what happened, and people reacted negatively to that, and as a result, they took it out. Or like, oh, nope, this wasn't intentional. But it seems extremely strange to me to say that it wasn't intentional when it seems like there's no way somebody did that on accident. Zohar ties all the Xeno games together. Oh, that I did not know. I have to jump between Lagrange points rather than planets. I mean, the thing is that it's supposed to be... I mean, it's supposed to be a carrier-based fighter at the end of the day. And, you know, I think most systems, obviously subject to change, but most systems are more pyro-sized. And Stanton is just, like, really tiny. Alright, let's see where the rep is. Oh. I was thinking we had, like, 2 more missions. I think probably we might have, like, 5 more. Let's go... I want to say real quick, but it's not going to be real quick. Hurl 2 does not have burritos, which is extremely unfortunate. But I'm sure Hurl 1 does. Which means that Pyre in Xenoblade 2 is essentially wearing a cross on her chest along with the shortest booty shorts imaginable. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Quantum travel complete.
Is that an asteroid or is that an Idris? No, that's an asteroid. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because if it suddenly appeared in front of me, that would make it not my fault. Whereas, if I just flew into it, it would be completely my fault. Oh, they were... what were they adding? I think they were adding Wikello sabers, but they were also adding the Starlancer Max. So, you know, that's a thing. Yeah, you know, I'm wondering, right? Because I did get that, the Atlas Geo. I got the Atlas Geo, you know, with the idea of just doing a CCU chain. I'm just thinking of, like, what I could possibly upgrade it to. Or utterly demolishing your ship. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time. It would in fact be the third time. Well, you know what? No, actually, no, the second time wasn't an asteroid. The second time was... The first time was I didn't have my lights on, and I just flew headfirst into an asteroid. Second time... Well, maybe it's the fourth time, actually. Second time it wasn't a... It was the planet, and I forgot to turn on coupled mode, and I just was falling out of the sky without realizing it, because it was all so dark. I think there was a third time where an asteroid did in fact spawn in front of me, and but we have unanimously decided that that does not count. Absolutely unanimous. Definitely no bias in that. Bias not possible on the stream. Yep. Completely fair and balanced. Let's see. Alright, I don't know what stores are here. Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned it enough, but like, the whole Starware being able to mix armor and clothes, like, it physically cannot come soon enough. I see so many people now with the tier 0 item recovery stuff, like, so many people doing the bug to mix and match clothing and armor, and I'm like, I tried to do it once. I tried to do it a few times, and I was just like, I don't care this much. But I really want to see it as an actual goddamn thing. But it's not gonna be an actual goddamn thing. Alright, Pips Q66. Nah. What? Oh, remember the time that I got a citrus beef instead of a chile burrilla? Oh man. Yeah, now that, yeah. See, we gotta, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm feeling a double dog or a yakisoba dog. Yakisoba dog. Excuse me. I think we can go with a yakisoba. Beautiful. And a soursop. Wash it all down. Beautiful, beautiful. Ending with a 1-star review. Listen. That order is like at most 30 minutes old. Let's see. You got anything good? I know you don't carry handguns in this store. Never mind, you do. It's the it's like the second least interesting one to me though, but that's, you know, that's okay. Got an E-mod stabilizer 1 by chance? No. Oh, you don't even have ammo for an arc light? Okay. That makes sense. I'll just accept my fate there. Still hoping. Well, maybe not hoping. I don't really care that much. Um, the 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 thing, the Hooja, what's it? Um, the Asgard. Still hoping the very curious about the Asgard. Oh, I was thinking about the CCU chain upgrade thing. So, I think, because I think, like, if I was gonna CCU chain to anything, it would be a Starlancer tack. I think that's, like, that would be the thing. CCUing to an Idris, huh? I mean, Liz, I mean, that would be, okay, look, alright? The Idris is like the Great Fox from Star Fox, and you can't change my mind on that. And drawing that conclusion. Am I gonna do the super duper flip? I'll give me a minute. But the thing is, I don't know what I would CCU to. So, cause like the paladin, I mean the tack might have a warp on CCU, sure. But I will bite the bullet and just like not do that now because, you know, there's still got some time. It would be better to just wait for something smaller or for a cheaper priced CCU thing. So I think my only hope is either the Grey Cat MTV or the Kruger Light Fighter, maybe? Maybe both, possibly? That's not out of the picture. Because I think probably that Kruger Light Fighter is going to be, you know, and I mean, it depends, because we have only seen the concept art. For all I know, it's not a light fighter anymore, and now it's like a, it could be a, they could have made it a freaking capital ship for all I know, which would be hilarious. And now I'm just thinking that, you know what, yeah, I kind of would like to see a capital ship in that style, but that's a little ridiculous, I will grant you.
Quantum travel engaged.
Um, um, um. Yeah, it is. It is literally a big ask. Um, but no, it'll probably be like, if it's a light fighter, it'll probably be like 80 to 110, 120. So like, there's definitely some room to CCU up there. I don't know what the Grey Cat MTV is, but if the MTV and that Kruger light fighter concept were a thing, then yeah, I could easily see I could easily see like the things like the MTV is like $70 or something, war bond up to that, and then the light fighters like, you know, 100, and then it's like 10 off for the Warbond CCU. It'll probably be 5 off, but a bun can dream. I need to put that on a t-shirt. My friends at the movies. Gotta ask him if he's going to the Minecraft movie. Oh. Interesting. Uh...
Quantum fuel, 75%.
Shia LaBeouf is wrong. Some dreams will stay dreams. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm also thinking like,
Quantum travel complete.
well, I don't know. Alright, so let's say I melted all of my ships. So I'm just stuck with a spirit because I have LTI on it. I've got a spirit. I've got the Pisces because it's my game package, which maybe there's some way to, I don't know, maybe there's some way to do something with it.
Sorry, so sorry. Nothing comes issue, but you want to learn. Wait a bit.
Look at that. Look at his big old face. Look at that teeny little ship. Aw. What was I gonna say? So if I just melted... So if I had the C1, the Pisces, melted everything else, and got a Star Lancer attack... See, I don't know, maybe Maybe I'd like that more. Maybe I would like that more. And I can just go and buy a Reliant in-game, but I don't know. Don't know. But also the Starlancer TAC seems like potentially a ship that I don't need to upgrade from. Like, I might just get it and I'm like, yeah, no, this is good. The Starlancer, you could easily make the money to buy it. Yeah. I mean, even, I don't know, I mean, all the Reliant, I think, is like 1.7 million. I think all the components probably bring it up not past 2.5. It's probably more like maybe 2.2 million when all things are said and done. I could be misremembering prices though. But I think like, I mean, I'm at 9.169. Nice. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Is this just opened up for me? Or is somebody down there? Yeah.
Landing gear down.
Well, for a second I was gonna be like, wait a minute, is my arc light also bugging out? I was actually really excited to just like only be using the Coda, just cause like, yeah. I was also thinking, so we do have an org that is just an org of one at present. Spartan Space Services, and I don't know. I like Spartan Space Services because it's not supposed to be necessarily it's supposed to be Spartan, like simple, like plain, and that's the inspiration there. God damn. God damn. I mean, fair, but god damn. I'm trying to think if there's any better thing than Spartan, and I was thinking like Stardust, but the thing is that I want it to be S3 is like the thing. So I don't know. So I feel like Stardust, I mean I can do whatever the hell I want. It can be Stardust Space Services. Although that doesn't, saying it now doesn't really roll off the tongue. Because the thing is that I used to be Brennan Spartan, so it like linked in to things and now it doesn't. And now I don't really have a good tie-in there. Yeah, Spartan Space Service is probably fine though. The having this helmet probably helps things. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, did we? Oh. Wait a minute. Okay. It was... I gambled. I gambled and it was, not worth it. Nice hats and shirts. Yep. We'll accept and we'll immediately abandon, and we're gonna have to wait a minute. I was going to go I was gonna go do missions around Microtech, but also... So, I don't know.
Welcome and thank you for your
It is in fact up to me.
Oh, is this game? I see, yes.
Probably go back to Hurston just because I've been making progress there. And I am gonna guess that this contract is gonna be at the Hurston location. Yep. I don't know if it's like if there's a if it actually rotates. Well, let's jump and then we can check. ArcCorp is pretty high. Microtech and Hurston are probably about the same. Um, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so ArcCorp. I do have the bounty hunting. I am that, like maybe a third, somewhere maybe a little under a third in security contractor. There with security trainee. Hurston Dynamics, I'm almost complete with security trainee. And basically the same place with Microtech and Hurston, so Oh, I did see, and I mean, I know I told you this, but I feel like for the sake of stream, I have to mention that I saw a 16-ounce Pepsi can, and I was like, what the fuck? This is, like, it's not that crazy, but it's like, what is happening? The signature Russell. Yeah. Yeah, basically. I mean, I enjoyed those. And it kind of makes me want to actually go and do the Hurston ones. Or Migrotech ones, but... Hurston has the dusters, and the last stream, or whenever it was, I was like, oh, let's try and get the duster backpack. So like, that's a thing. I mean, like, I do also like the duster armor to some degree, but also a decent amount of it is clothing and not armor, and there's all that shenanigans.
Quantum travel complete.
Oh, we're here. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would assume that there's just a bunch of, duster locations. You go to one of them and they're gonna spawn eventually.
Sorry, so sorry. I think comms issue. But you want to land. Wait a bit.
Man, also, I'm just realizing now, I'm like, when the fuck were they gonna start the regen crisis stuff? I guess they're gonna start it whenever the 4.1.1 goes live, which probably gonna be end of the week. Not end of the week, end of the month. Looks like there's Z fighting going on here. Yep. Uh... Uh... Um... Okay. Somebody's golem just left to rot. That's cool. Wait, why am I rotating? I have my landing gear down. What is happening? Okay, that was weird. Alright. I have a sneaking suspicion that things are gonna blow up. Trade now, trade often. Oop. Oop. But yeah. I mean, now I do have enough to buy... Oh! Well, let's go over... Go swap let's go swap some stuff around. I don't know why. I was expecting to get a pistol. Yeah, it is better than a hat. The thing is, though, I legitimately have only seen the Demco and the Demco, the Karna, and the Coda. And I've actually seen a decent amount of Demcos at this point. It's somewhat suspicious. Oh, never mind. Actually gave me a gallant. Okay. Well... You know, I mean, I'd probably rather go with the more practical gallant. I can also just store it in my backpack as well. So, you know... After I have my fun, you know, we can, Sorry, didn't I equip 4 magazines? Should I not have 400 spare rounds? We'll not worry about it for the moment. The funny thing, though, the funny thing about the Starlancer attack is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, technically speaking, like, obviously compared to the C1, it's a larger ship, but, and it does have more cargo, but like, I don't know, it has the same layout, it just has an additional row, has an additional 16 SCU. It's basically the C1, but instead of 2 SCU tall, it's 3 SCU tall, which is kind of funny. If I wanted to use the cargo deck as a living room slash place to put couches slash machinery slash crafting stations or whatever, it's basically the same. It's basically the same area. Though I guess I could be making some assumptions there that it has to be on the cargo grid. But, you know. We could just say fuck it and go back to ArcCorp. Or we could go... Oh. Okay, that asteroid doesn't count. That's fun. Oh. Damn. Okay. I see how it is. Oh no, last time... Was it last time where I crashed? Where my... Not crashed, where my internet just died? Yeah. And what was I doing? I was at Hurston. I was trying to grind out the... Trying to find the backpack, but... It wasn't meant to be.
Quantum travel engaged.
See, I do wonder... You think it would be interesting or worthwhile for them to have a Wicklow 890? Because, like... I mean, you can go... There are several ships that you can just go and buy. Or you could do the mission, get the Wicklow variant... And it has the custom paint, and it has the custom paint, and it has the custom components. Or the upgraded components, or whatever you want to call it. And, an 890, I think, would be an interesting one. Because obviously, like, there's the exclusivity, and... with the Polaris, and it's like, well, yeah, it makes sense. It makes enough sense that, like, oh, you have to do something a little bit more special if you want to get, a combat capital ship. Yeah, that's understandable. But, an 890, I don't know what you would trade for. I'm not saying that it would be a random, oh, you get an 890 or a Polaris, because that's stupid. And like, I mean, I guess to some degree, like, it's, I guess, like, it's not terrible, but it's just like, it would just suck to be like, oh, I have to get all these favors. I have to do all this stuff to get the favors. And, now it's just up to random chance. And it's like 5 times in a row you don't get the thing you want. And it's like, god damn it. And it's, you know. But absolutely for something like a Polaris... Like, if it was a Polaris, an 890, an Idris, a Kraken, and it was just a random chance... Oh my god, that would be terrible. Like, it would have to be its own mission. It would have to be different resources. Honestly, it probably should involve... You know, it probably should involve, like, iron and titanium and all that stuff. I don't know. You know, things you need to build a ship. I'm just saying. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's... Nope, we're gonna have to move a little. Is that a gun on the ground? I don't know if that's a gun on the ground. The real question is, would I rather do the grind to get the, 60 million, or would I rather do something else? And which would I personally think is more worth it? And it's like, I mean, I'd have to see, but Yeah, because I think they also mentioned that the Polaris, or the Polaris is changing a little bit, where now you're going to have to get pristine Tivarn War medals, or maybe not medals. I think they're actually pristine Tivaran War markers. And they allegedly exist, although I cannot confirm or deny myself. But apparently they are a thing, though. Oh, is it? Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this a Scorched? Holy sh... Okay, you don't see that every day. And then immediately proceeds to not use it. That'd be an okay scope to use. We could do better. Yeah, I think finding... yeah, right? I'm pretty sure finding a Scorched SMG on enemies is a pretty rare, exciting thing. So I should be very careful. I should actually probably equip it over the AO3. Solar, would you say your favorite gun is the AO3? Because I remember last time we played together, it was a rather beloved tool. Yeah. I should try out the P8 AR at some point, but you know, gotta get one first. It was either the AO3 or Arrowhead. Arrowhead feels like ass. Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, you know what? Let's also... I got this thing, and I got all the ammo for it. This feels like a big assault rifle. This... I mean, it's got the slower ADS, but it's... it feels like a chunky assault rifle, and that's all. That's all it feels like to me. And all these dumbasses using Devastators, good lord. I think these are the only loot containers I've seen. That's always fun. Gotta get the classics, you know. May as well, may as well. Alright, this is Hurston and Hurston gravity. That weighs down on you. Didn't take a good look at this. Or this. Oh, I think both of these were missiles. Oh yeah, missile. Tempest 2. Lovely. Another fine day's work. I don't want to go too crazy with the quantum jumps. But I think I should. I'm gonna just drop stuff off at her L2 real quick. Hey, I dropped it. How's it going? You are crazy. Well, the lovely kind of crazy. The lovely bastard kind of crazy. I think. That's probably a fitting combination of words. Where is her L2? OM4? OM4. It's also kind of unfortunate. I'm not a huge fan of, it makes sense to have a combination of an energy weapon and a ballistic weapon. There's some times where you have to shoot through a ship's shields. See, you know, I want to fight you on that. Well, no, technically all of the star is moving. It isn't where it was 5 seconds ago, but everything is static. They haven't turned on the rotations and stuff. I mean, I guess theoretically, technically speaking, you know, like, the star itself is moving and everything else is moving around it. That's not how it works in game, obviously, but like, you know. But yeah. The temptation to just go and buy the Starlancer Max, by the way, with in-game cash, is very real. At the same time, like, I mean, I don't know, because I could be waiting, because if I was like, oh, I'm going to wait for the Starlancer attack to be made available in-game, I could be waiting for 9 months. I could be waiting a very long time. And the only thing I really care about is the medbed. Now granted, I do have the Pisces, the ambulance Pisces, the medical Pisces, which is basically, you know, the bed itself, and I can probably jury-rig it into a Starlancer Max, but eh. Oh, why do I have... You know, usually you shouldn't have cruise control on when you're landing. Probably not a great idea. Oh, hang on, I gotta know. Oh? Oh. Okay, my friend who... my friend who's going to the movies tonight, I joked that it was the Minecraft movie, and I guess I shouldn't say what the movie he's actually seeing is, but he's like, I wish it was the Minecraft movie. Like, oh no. Oh, that reminds me of an insanely, not insanely, but that reminds me of a little bit of a deep cut. A little bit of a deep cut on the in Star Citizen Squadron 42. Oh, okay, so there's a character, basically, in lore that exists, that is basically Alex Jones, okay? I think the sort of like news thing that he works for, is The Plain Truth, I think. Can't remember what his name is. But, apparently, allegedly, they have a, they have that character, like, as an actual, like, NPC that you can watch in, as, like, a side thing in Squadron 42, as just somebody who's just on the television at some points. And the reason Minecraft movie made me think of it was because I was like, okay, of all of the famous actors who could play that character, who would I want to see as like an Alex Jones type? And I gotta be honest, I feel like Jack Black would be hilarious. Like, that would be so out of place, but it would also just be like the role, the character itself would kind of feel very out of place in general already. So like, it fits. But apparently it's actually, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not confirmed, but I think Peter Kumaldi, who is one of the actors who's played the Doctor from Doctor Who. So you know, that's the thing. And frankly, I don't know. I don't know who I would rather have. Jack Black or Peter Camaldi, which is a sentence that nobody's ever said before. Anyway, ooh, look, shiny. A shiny rainbow patina. Not rainbow, case hardened. Case hardened. Lovely. Gorgeous. And it's gonna be... I am sure it's gonna be a totally worthwhile experience here. Nothing wrong with the custodian, just like I don't use it that much. And I just want to make sure I don't have any custodian mags tucked away somewhere. I do kind of wonder though. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I saw the Minecraft movie in theaters, it would just take me completely out of the experience. I feel like, I don't know. Like, the theatrical experience of, like, an entire birthday party of of 10-year-olds just saying chicken jockey. Yeah. Yeah, it's fair enough. I'd go. I don't know how it would be an interesting experience. I don't know if it'd be a amazing experience, but it would be an interesting experience. You won't get someone bringing in a live chicken, so it won't be the same. Fair enough. La 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 ba, chicken. I only know that part of the song. And otherwise, all I know is that the children yearn for the mines. Which is like still one of the most goddamn lines of all time. Oh, player there at the bar. So juicy, so spicy. I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh, was there not? Oh. Yearns for the mines. Go to prison. That is true. That is true. I guess? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can go with that. It's accurate enough, I guess. Alright, do you sell arc light batteries? No, you don't. Why does nobody sell? We got the arc light, the most, like, what's supposed to be the Glock of the Star Citizen universe, but we don't have any spare ammunition for it. Thoughts? Many thoughts. Looking at these noodles reminds me. The other day... Alright, so we had we celebrated my sister's birthday. We had salmon bowls. Salmon is... I love fish. They exist to be nommed. They exist to be consumed. And, by me. And, so, I was getting some leftovers, and I saw that we had pizza. And I was like, ah. Nah, I want the salmon bowl. I want to get the salmon bowl, have that for the leftovers, and then, you know, I guess maybe in the morning, maybe tomorrow I could have, well, maybe tomorrow I could have the pizza. And then, somebody had the pizza. I was like, God damn it. Well, I guess I'll just have more fish, because we still had more fish at that point. Fish sticks. I do like fish sticks, although it has been a long time since I have had fish sticks.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
I am a big fan of sardines. Sardines are good. Crustaceans? You know, I gotta try... I'm not a huge fan of lobster, actually. I feel like I'm not actually a huge fan of crab, but I did have imitation crab meat, and I was like, this is amazing. I need more of this. So... I didn't get more of it, but I was like, I need more of this. So, you know, that is my opinion on that. And I haven't had too many crustaceans otherwise, so... There is some element of me that's like, lobster and crab is like fancy food. It's too bougie for me. But also it's a little ridiculous. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe it just seems fancy because my family doesn't, like, really focus on seafood as a thing. but is a thing I do enjoy. Hurston. And I haven't had crawdads, or crawfish, or crayfish, or whatever they might be called. Oh, it's shrimp? I mean, shrimp aren't crustaceans. Yeah. Do like shrimp. Shrimp's good. Someone wants to wow you on the first date. Take you out to a seafood restaurant. Yes. Yes. That would be a good start.
Quantum travel complete.
It's kind of funny though. I think like honestly it's like genuinely my enjoyment of seafood is, I think I can actually genuinely trace it back to a video that was talking about the fillet of fish. Oh my god. No, wait. No. Okay. Yes, the fillet of fish. There was a video that talked about the history of the fillet of fish and where the fillet of fish came from and why it exists. But, and then I got a fillet of fish, and then I was like, oh, what other places have a fillet of fish? Or have a fish sandwich? And then, and I had that as my Friday fast food thing, and have a little bit of a tradition with that. That started, but that came from a Runaway Guys episode, or Runaway Guys Let's Play, where they did, it was We Party You. There's a terrible minigame where you have to reenact being a fast food employee. But the real problem and why it's a bad minigame is because, like, it's basically the honor system of, like, you just scream out what you want, and the other player has to make the menu for you, or has to take down your order while you know the other players are screaming about it. And like, it's 100% honor system, and like, if you were going to take a serious look at how they did that video, it's like nobody got any points. Nobody should have gotten any points. They asked for like a million things. One of them mentioned the fillet of fish though, and it was like, oh yeah.
Target destroyed.
See, the thing is though, with that, and I mean, I do enjoy a good fish sandwich, but I've just been having like Hawaiian barbecue, which is, well, there it goes to Reliant. I think that was a Mako, which is interesting.
Target destroyed.
Still doesn't have any pickles. Does it not? I feel like the pickles is an absolute yes. You should have this on onion sandwich, onion fish sandwich. I mean, not like, you know, I mean, that obviously personal taste is a thing, or lack thereof, as the case may be. But yeah, but yeah, I've been having Hawaiian barbecue, which is just the fish steaks. In particular, it's like fried fish, grilled chicken, and fried shrimp. Then rice, cabbage, broccoli. Oh, and macaroni salad. Macaroni salad. The macaroni salad. Oh my god. Mwah. S tier right there. Where was that one ship? And why isn't it showing up now? You might be right. You might be right there. That's something about that seems off. But it has also been a very long time since I had a fillet of fish. Only Hawaiian barbecue for the rest of your life. Listen. I'm not saying that I would. But I'm saying that I wouldn't mind trying. The real unfortunate part of it is that I used to have the Long John Silvers, and the thing is that they have, I do like their fish sandwich, and their stuff is good. Did I also have? No, I did also have, I think. Oh, I did try Red Lobster. I did try Red Lobster's fish sandwich, and I feel like Red Lobster is like on a slightly higher level. I feel a little bit bad. I feel like just get the slightly less expensive thing. It's not I'm not trying to be too fancy. Bush, how's it going? Soup? You know, a fish soup. Talking about my love of seafood. Fish soup. I could go for fish soup. It's good. Good stuff.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Regular fish over the fish sandwich. I mean, you know, no, I guess I can see. I guess I can. I guess I'd have to say, yeah, that's the thing. It's okay, Bush. I'm just glad you're here now. What was I gonna say? Oh, I need to go to an Asian market and pick up, cause like I definitely have had like the shrimp ramen, which I don't know if there's a stigma against the shrimp ramen, but like I'm pretty sure I liked it. But I haven't had that in a very, very long time. I also want to try catfish. I haven't tried catfish, and I'm pretty sure the last time I was at an Asian market, they had catfish. It's probably also not that crazy. No. There's a solid chance that catfish is not a particularly regular item. I mean, I was having like fish sandwiches like every Friday basically. And yeah, it is kind of a it should be a thing that you don't like have super regularly. I mean, they're good, but just having a fillet is also absolutely fine. Hang on. I see something about pizza, and that also brings up interesting points. What is... Oh no, that was... I thought there was like an energy shield or something. But no, it was just my crosshair. Where you live, you don't need to go to an Asian market for catfish. Yeah, I would imagine. I also very much imagine that I do need to go to an Asian market for catfish. Where I live. Sandwich part of pizza in general. Pizza is a one bread sandwich. I mean, there is a whole dichotomy of sandwich, taco, pie, etc., etc. It's, I mean, that is a huge thing. This wasn't the last place I was at, was it? I'm just seeing Dead Rig in kind of a similar position as the last time. Like, that's a little odd. Put pineapple on pizza. The pineapple needs to be whole, not cut. I mean, that is one way to do it. I do know that in elementary school, I usually had my own lunch, but I did like once or twice have the cafeteria food. I'm pretty sure that the default for some reason was pineapple on pizza. Was pineapple pizza. I don't know what to think. Only the leaves belong on the pizza. Okay, my personal preference, and like it needs to be refined, but it's a Mao pizza, mushroom, anchovy, and olive. The problem is that the anchovies typically are very salty, and yeah, it's a little overwhelming. But I think it comes down to I just need to like make it myself and test and experiment with it because yeah. If anything, if it was maybe like an anchovy, like a special sauce with anchovies in it, that would probably be a little bit better. And there was like anchovy sauce with sort of like I guess denatured anchovy. I think that would probably be that might be a way to do it. Not salty enough for pun. Pour a pound of salt on it. Fair enough. I can be a fairly salty individual when I want to be. Just turn the Mao pizza into a meow pizza. Instead of anchovy, it is edamame and wasabi. Oh my god, you know what? That's mushroom, edamame, olive, and wasabi sounds like an interesting experience. Do I have to go for pun pizzas? Yes. That's a requirement. It does make it easier to remember what all is on it though. In all fairness. Yeah, some of those things, I mean, salt is like, it just activates flavor. Flavor mode engaged. That's what salt does. So like, yeah. So like the salmon bowls that we had, I was helping my mom make it, and it was actually kind of hilarious. So we baked it, and it was a thing where you put the no, we can just go, it's fine. You put on like egg white. You like paint egg white onto it. I want to say bathe it, basket, or something. I don't know, but like you brush it on. And it was a thing where I didn't realize you were supposed to brush it on, so I tried pouring it on, and it didn't. It was kind of hilarious. But it was like, why? And then we put sesame seeds on it, which was all right. But I was like, salt? My mom was like, no salt. The recipe doesn't call for salt. I'm like, okay. It definitely could use a bit of salt. Any pizza's a meow pizza because a cat would steal all of them. No, that's fair enough. In all fairness, Bush, you did bring up the pizza. That is how that happened. The thing is, I had to refill we have a little cup of salt to grab pinches of salt out of. And it was empty, so I had to refill it. If it was full, I genuinely would have sprinkled a little bit on, but by the time that I had refilled it, like, things were moving. Like, there was, I don't know, dinner was at 5:30 or whatever, and it was like 10 minutes till, and it was like, Jesus. We gotta hurry. Holy fuck. I mean, food is just a universal. It's just a universal. Everybody's eaten food. Everybody has opinions on food. It's a good conversation topic. Neutralize outlaw incursion? 8K? Wait a minute. 8K to go to a... Outlaws are currently holed up near the storehouse. Approach with caution. 8K for... what? That seems like a very small amount of pay for a mission that probably is a thing. Why is this less expensive? Site has been used to host numerous illegal activities, so it is imperative that it is secured. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna do this mission because I am curious. Go to the storehouse. And I gotta go into the atmosphere, okay. But yes, sardines. Sardines are great. I think, what kind of fish, a part of the problem is that, like, what kind of fish, if I was gonna ask for it on pizza, would they actually be able to, you know, produce, right? And, I would imagine... because I know anchovy's a thing. I feel like, honestly... let's see. Just look up... seafood... pizza... toppings. I want to say tuna. I want to say tuna's also a thing. Shrimp, anchovies, scallops. Ooh, scallops wouldn't be bad. States that mission only pays 8K. Ridiculous. The bun then gets shot 8,000 times by all the gang members. I'm expecting that exact situation to happen. Like, why? Because this... either I'm gonna get shot at by the turrets, or I'm not. In which case, it's basically just the same as the other mission, and it for some reason pays less than 5 times what the thing is, less than a fifth of what the introduction mission is worth, and that just doesn't make any sense. Well, Bush, I have to fervently disagree with you on that. But everybody's entitled to their own opinions, their subjective, subjective views. But yeah. It is fine to be wrong. We'll only judge you a little bit. God, I'm trying to remember. That is fair. Fish do be kind of stinky. But I'm kind of stinky. What you trying to say? Fish on its own HQ should be burned. Jesus. I mean, from a certain point of view, we're all fish. Really. Right on the coast where there was a lot of seafood restaurants. I feel like I'm gonna just explode. If I look at the building wrong. And I probably should. Probably should not try to land here, but I'm going to try anyway. I think I'm kind of angled downwards, so... Okay. It works. It works well enough. This has to be like the eeriest music. Welcome to the... I read that extremely fast and I saw like the hottest empire. I don't know how, but somehow what I saw. So is this mission gonna literally just be I take an elevator and it takes me to a place? Oh, okay. Cool. Nothing in the locker room? Nope. Okay. Oh. Hello. Jumping on elevators making me... Fair enough. Hello? Is, everyone... Are you... Okay. Alright. I don't know if somebody's getting... I don't know if somebody's just getting shot in the back rooms. Hello, is there any security person to brief me on my little baby mission I've been assigned? Oh, we got the Theta Pro low light. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, can we actually, like, interact with this? It doesn't look like it can press any of the buttons, so that's something. Okay. Apologies. I don't get out to these distribution centers too often. Security checkpoint 2? Hello. Ooh. Okay. You don't mind if I just gonna pick that up. You don't mind. I mean, you're paying me. In all fairness, this mission is paying me an excessively small amount of money. Also, what are you guys doing? Not just standing guard here while there's allegedly some people. I mean, I was kind of expecting that, but also didn't happen, so. Crime stat 5, 24-hour sentence. Oh my god. Okay, why was it so... Well, I guess it wasn't so hard to find this area, but... It was an experience, I guess. This is reminding me of the DLC in Deus Ex Human Revolution a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hang on. Okay, the dude in the Artemex looks like they might be Hurston. I'm gonna let them get shot in the face hole a few times. Ah! Okay, that was not good. Clean or... Okay, this is not 8K. Jesus. This is... Like, if you had me... Like... Oh, you were not... Hello? I'm still a little terrified. Oh, no, you are an enemy. Okay. Ah, Jesus. Ugh. Yeah, they got a medical facility on board. Be nice. On board. They got custodian mags though, so that's cool. I mean, I don't hate these missions. But yeah, they're definitely a little bit underpriced for what they are. I'm just thinking, like, cause, I mean, the bunker missions aren't a lot. But also, I mean, 44k. Yeah, I mean, like, 44k is not... And I mean, like, 44k is, like, the highest paying example of those missions that I've seen. As well, so there's also that to consider. Oh, I didn't actually... Oh, okay, cool. I double tapped it. It closed it very fast and opened it very, very fast as well. Very nice. I don't want to spend too much time here. Especially because it just seems that there's not a lot of lootables. Guess I'll take that. But I mean, I do like the concept of these missions. Definitely like the concept of these missions. Also, you know, be nice in general just to be like, hey, go to this place, go to this distribution center and just make sure that it's, you know, that should chill, that should good. Am I gonna get shot when I try going back? Because I'm not... Do you want me to go on the outside? I guess you want me to go on the outside. Okay, fine. Am I... No. No, 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 no. You did not just blow my fucking ship up. You did not pay me a pitiful amount of money to show up here and then tell me to get out with not enough time to actually... No. No, 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 no. Oh, shit. Oh, oh my god damn it. Alright, well, fuck Hurston. Fuck Hurston more than usual. This is how they treat their goddamn... Oh my god. Those motherfuckers. Hey, Solar. I think you said you were online. Are you still online? Just, you know, out of curiosity. I mean, I do kinda need a ride. Oh my god. Alright, well. Yeah, believe it or not, that's what I was thinking. What I'm trying to do currently. Damn. Well, it's convenient. There's also a bunch of loot on my ship. Oh, I might be okay. Might be okay. They gave, because, like, legitimately, they gave me 30 minutes to leave. Except they didn't actually. They gave me, like, they said they gave me 30 minutes to leave, and then the timer changed after, like, 15. Is that... Holy shit, are you already here? I guess I'm running. I mean that... No, that's... Hmm. Well, that's lovely. Random caterpillar. Thank you, random person's cutlass. Yep. Damn it. Yep. Yep. What the fuck? Man. Man. Alright. Well, shit. I should have waited for you. That was a dumb move on my part. That would be really funny. Oh, oh no. I am just about at 3 hours. I would much rather do 4 hours if I can. Oh my god. a minute, am I actually... Okay, apparently, alright. Wow, okay,
Attention! Please direct your attention towards the front gates. One of our guests has completed their rehabilitation and is being released. Let's give them a round of
Alright, well that's...
back in the world, civilian.
Well, I gotta admit... Oh, by the way, also, is this... Oh, this is not an Ambrose helmet. Okay. There's some bug where, like, you need to take off your suit before you go to the station, or you might lose stuff. And so I could lose all of the looting I did, which isn't really the important part. All the looting I did could have been for naught. I could have lost all of my equipment. There's a possibility that I no longer have my super duper helmet. I do have my super duper helmet. I still got my custodian. We all good. One might describe my situation as Gucci. Would not be inaccurate. Okay, I'm sorry. Capacity is 75,000. This is... Oh, okay. This isn't... Inmate backpack's not too bad. It's not great. Yep. Damn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, like, I'm not doing anything for Hurston now. That's a ridiculous... Like... That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I will be complaining on the issue council. Or at least attempting to find a thing and then probably giving up. I think they do have a weapons store and or a armor store. Maybe it's just an armor store. Which, the armor stores usually have a coda, but not always. Hey, Zuzu. How's it going? We got a coda. I would appreciate a coda. We don't have a coda. I'm sad. We do have an S38. Means hopefully they have S38 magazines. Is nice. We'll buy a few of those. Let's buy a few, because honestly, I don't know when the next patch is happening, or next update, so I don't want to go too crazy on ammo. Oh! That's nice, I guess. See, I think that 4.1.1 is going to happen. It's going to come out before Invictus. And then Invictus will either be 4.1.2 or they'll just turn it on. That's my assumption. It is perhaps a little silly, but that's my thought. Grilled cheese does sound good. Just check in what the store's got, you know. Did I don't think I checked the... Don't think I checked this here. Just to see, yeah. Okay. How is my rep looking now with Hurston? If I interact with Hurston, just as long as I never go to a distribution center or interact, as long as I show up to a bunker after all of them are dead. That's one of the sad things about the way that they're playing the thing, right, with Reputation, specifically with mercenary stuff, where you have the Mercenaries Guild and you have the Council. The Mercenaries Guild is the legal version, and the Council is the illegal version, and they explicitly said that you cannot double dip. You have to choose one or the other. And I'm very curious how that's going to work out.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
Especially because, like, in my current situation, like, I mean, the Headhunters are going to be, like, the hostile, illegal faction. I did help out the Headhunters, but I am not going to help out the Headhunters when push comes to shove. But you might be in a situation where that sort of, that sort of thing pops up. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Does seem like that system, although it isn't, like, we haven't gotten, a huge amount of details about it, does seem like could be, more robust. Next year, Zone 2. Okay, we're not doing that. Also, it doesn't actually have a reward posted, so that's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Apparently. Enjoy my district center contracts that aren't scams. Look, I gotta build up. Look, when there's a Hurston rebellion going on, I gotta build up the rep so I can, play the Ocelot triple agent card. I'm just looking here. We'll try this one. For one thing, this is bugging out. I have definitely accepted the other one. So yeah. Guess we'll just have to see how all this works out, huh? Oh. Oh, maybe I should equip some of these things. That might be good. Ooh. Hmm. I'm trying to think. It is a tempting offer, definitely. Head over to Microtech. Actually, we'll hold on to this. We'll slap this bad boy on. I am hoping that like that there's a mission at like a derelict outpost. Because I think the and I'm not gonna go too crazy for it, believe it or not. But the Tavaran War medals or the Tavaran War memorabilia, I think it spawns at derelict outposts. There is some interesting stuff that spawns at derelict outposts. For sure, for sure. So, you know.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
The temptation, though. I also don't know, like, in terms of, yeah, I don't know, Microtech, I kind of think of, ArcCorp as being, ArcCorp is very, very much a sort of faceless corporation, where, like, I guess Microtech as well. I don't know who their CEO is of either ArcCorp or Microtech. And they seem like in general they're kind of just they're more chill. Maybe not more chill, but like they don't have as much controversial stuff going on. Crusader not being able to police its own planet, and Hurston, of course, being just an atrocious company to work for.
Crusader Industries. Journey breathtaking. Systems on.
Alright, baby.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Oh, I have to... Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged.
Okay. HDSF Ilbridge.
Quantum travel complete.
Now the question is, am I gonna get shot immediately? Hmm. Better get those shields up. Does seem like... I don't know. Does Hurston Dynamics seem like the kind of company that would be like, oh, we're gonna have our people retreat from our security outpost so that, oh yeah. We're gonna have, we're gonna have our people retreat so we don't, suffer any losses. We're just gonna give it up to criminals and have some freelancers deal with this. Seems like a, I don't know. An interesting thing. Also, real quick, let's just do a little bit of inventory management here. Equip one of them. Equip these two. Oh, I think I had custodian mags that I definitely would have wanted to keep, and then I didn't. Oh, also, this is the low light. Yep. Despite the goofy situation I find myself in, I think I'm pretty good. How is your mercenary stuff going along? Shit. It's too late. The shields have already been knocked down. What? How does that even work? Good job. I was like, okay, they're not shooting at me. This feel I totally had enough time to take off, and now I don't. Now I don't, but this is painful. God damn it. I mean, guess no, I mean, I don't know, it does inconvenience me. Which I guess they'd probably would enjoy. Well, I'm just gonna, after I finish the mission, I'm just gonna exit to menu. But, yeah. In the future, I'm gonna have to... I'll have to, I mean, we don't have working beacons, and we don't have, like, working, like, the whole social universe stuff. But goddamn, would I like to have that ability? Oh, that's cool. Merc mission, pretty efficient. Just go from one side to the other, making 68k in a few minutes. Yeah. I mean, from what we did that one time, yeah, no, it seemed pretty good. God, I wish, like, I do wish that these bunkers had, like, hangars attached to them. Not necessarily that you could land at, but, like, and not everyone, but, like, it would make sense, right, that a security outpost has, like, there can be several kinds of security outposts, like jails, armories, air bases. Like, there is stuff they could do. More accurately, stuff they just haven't done. I mean, obviously it would be very nice if it was like, if there was an air base that Ninetales took over and there's a bunch of random ships I could just procure. Oh shit. Not to mention that just in general, like, more diverse locations, yada yada. Store that, store that, store that rifle. Store them. Ooh, definitely store some of that. I feel like low light could help with parts of the map. But part of the part of the bunker, but not all of it. The fog is my thing that I'm curious about. Dudes are not making it that difficult, I will be honest. I wanted to throw a grenade, but, like, yeah. That probably actually would have worked, but we'll see. Alright, that was... They didn't react fast enough, but that would have been actually a good idea. This is a cut jacket, right? Looks slightly different, I gotta be honest. Or a cutty jacket. I want to take that. I want to take the shirt. Any good reason for it? No. I just wanna. Alright, well, definitely take that. Okay, I'll definitely take all of this stuff. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm definitely looking forward to 4.1, and like, I don't think there is a chance. I think is reasonable to say there's a chance that 4.1.1 drops next week, but it could also be that they are holding it off for Invictus. That's totally possible. I ain't gonna pretend like it's impossible. It would definitely make sense. The way that they're doing the stress testing, I don't think I've seen them ever do this before. So I do have to kind of look at it and just be like, I have no idea what's going on. But I think they just genuinely want to, like, they know what they're doing, and they don't want to, like, they don't want to just run the event early. They don't want to just run the event early, but they do want to make sure that the game can actually, that they're ready for it. So giving everybody a Polaris, which, is that the best way to do it? We'll see. But yeah. I think, yeah, I don't know, is the game gonna give me a message? Need to menu. I mean, I have to be honest. I did have to get up. Usually I've been waking up, like, in the afternoon. Like, maybe 11. Probably, like, 10 or 11. Maybe 12. Today I had to wake up much earlier. But I am tired. And I think I think it was a pretty good stream. First, I mean, I think I'm just done with Hurston. Like, you know, there's reasons. There's reasons one might want to stick around Hurston. One of the things, God, I wish crafting was in so much. I know I say this every time, but like, damn. I just wish that loop was in. That would just be so nice. It's a solid part of, by the way, I feel like Star Citizen's about to crash. It might very well just crash. It'd be so nice. It's just like just to add to my little looting loop. Be great. But yeah. And also, whatever like that was that happened, it was not like Hurston being. It was not a. I don't think that was the intended experience. I don't think. Very much seems like the unintended experience. So I wouldn't take that. So, you know, like, at some point, maybe one day, I'll come back to Hurston. But for the moment, probably not. And let's just see, Everest Harbor, that makes sense. What was I gonna say? Well, yeah. I am excited. I'm excited for 4.1.1 and the new space combat missions, and the idea that, yes, I might actually finally be able to interact with Wikello and get ships from them. That's a thing. I'm happy to do that. I'm sure the experience won't be amazing in 4.1.1, but I'll be willing to try it out and then fall back on regular stuff when I need to. And we'll see how the regen crisis stuff plays out. I really wonder. I really wonder. But yeah. I was just gonna like start getting on my way, moving back to ArcCorp, and then end stream like mid transit. And I guess I can, but like we could just end it here. It's fine. Yeah. So nothing too crazy going on this week. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on. I will be streaming Final Fantasy 1 on Friday, then the usual Monday and Wednesday stuff. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Might be a decent enough experience just to go and do cassette beasts again. I definitely wouldn't mind that. Well, but we'll have to see.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent.
Yep, so yeah. It is the same server though, because these are in the same place. I don't know who, I think, brought an Avenger in. That is something. And that is also quite the view. But yeah, so nothing too crazy. Final Fantasy, this Friday. I'm gonna just swap out. I don't know what, but we'll swap between Final Fantasy and whatever, and then Final Fantasy and then whatever. Maybe I'll dip into, there's a few things, and maybe it won't just be RPGs, although we'll see. Do I have some visual novels? That might be chill. And might be worthwhile. But yeah, until next time, good day, great day, even.